And we're gonna start. All right, we're live. Hello, YouTube, people who are watching us. I'm Bruna and I'm the hostess. In this immersion, this is Talk and Talk. And it's not a class, this is just a conversation. We're going to speak in English 100% of the time. And today we are talking about censorship. There are 11 people here, which is a lot. So I'm going to split us in the breakout rooms. Please, in the breakout room, be respectful, don't correct anyone. And mainly today, which is, I think it's a bit controversial or not, just don't forget to be really nice and to respect everybody's opinion. All right. Please start in the breakout room introducing yourself so that you can get to know one each other. You can bring something different if you are with someone you already know, like try to talk about your hobbies. I don't know, something different you haven't shared yet. And I think that's it. I think I said everything. Rebecca, it's your first time, and this is not a class, but we have classes with an instructor and everything. You can find more information on the website. There are classes in Spanish, French, and English. All right, you can find more info there. And I'm going to start. I'm going to split us in the breakout room. I just need 1 minute to do it. If you need any help there in the room, there's a button called Ask for Help. You just have to click in the button and I can go to the room to help you. All right. I'm going to have 3 people with me today. Let me see, guys, how I'm going to do this organization. Or so we're going to have some rooms with 4 and some rooms with 3. So please be respectful, be nice, sharing the questions one more time. And at 9:50, I will bring everybody back to wrap the meeting up. All right, let's go there. We're gonna start right now. Enjoy it, guys. All righty. So we are going to start our conversation. As usual, we always start introducing ourselves. So I'm gonna ask Rebecca to introduce yourself again, and you can tell a little bit more about you, like your hobbies, what you like to do in your free time, well, things we don't know about you.
Um, I'm bad at it in Portuguese, so in English I will be
It's
worse.
okay. It's okay. If you want to, I can start talking about me. What do you think? Is it better
uh,
for you? Okay.
I think it will be better.
Okay. So my name is Bruna. I'm 27. I live in São Paulo with my family, my parents, and my brother. I don't have any pets. I like dancing and listening to music. I learned how to dance from my parents. They have been taking dancing classes for so long, and they started like training with me. And then I learned how to dance here at home. This is something really nice. What else, guys? I've been studying Spanish too, besides English, and I'm really enjoying this new moment of learning a new language. I work as a community manager and also as an English teacher, and I am graduated in languages. I think that's it. But as I said, I'm not here to teach. No, it's just I'm just here as a host and as a talk. All right. Let's hear from Rodrigo then. Rebecca will be the last one so that she can feel more comfortable. Who are you?
Okay,
Please share with us.
okay. My name is Rodrigo, Rodrigo Alexandre. I'm 43 uh, years old. I'm married, have three sons, 2 boys and one girl, one daughter. I'm living in Atibaia with my family, and I'm a software developer. Um, I like to cooking. I like to play board games with my sons, and read books of fantastic fantasy too.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, like Lord of Rings, And other big books of role playing game and other uh, themes too. Okay,
That's
and
good.
that's it.
Yeah, that's good. Really good to have you here again another week. And now let's hear from Rebecca. Your turn.
So I'm 25 years old, from Fortaleza, but I live in São José dos Campos. I do love to dance, but I'm a bad dancer, so I like, but I don't dance so well. I like I'm single. I like to go out with my friends. I used to live with my sister and my nephews, but they moved to Recife. So uh, um, um, before that, I liked to watch movies with my sister and watch some cartoons with my nephews, play with them, and just hang out with my family, my friends. I think it's my favorite hobbies, and I like watching movies like a lot of the Rings too. But I try to make my girlfriend like too, but she hates, and I'm trying. I'll keep trying to make her like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and stuff like that.
I totally feel you guys. Rebecca, I totally feel you because my boyfriend, just like you, he is such a nerd and I don't understand anything of these movies, and he's always like talking about it and I'm just trying to understand all these things, Lord of the Rings and also Star Wars and all of the references. It's really hard. There are a lot of info, a lot of movies, I can't. It's too much for me. Hey, Judy. Very good. Welcome aboard, Rebecca. I hope you enjoy our talk today. And we also have Sarah with us. Can you introduce yourself, Sarah, please?
Absolutely. So I'm Sarah. I live in Ilhas, Bahia. I really enjoy going to the beach with my family and my friends. I enjoy watching horror films as well, such as The Conjuring and this type of stuff, even though I get scared sometimes, but it's great. What else? I have a dog and a cat, and I love this color blue. That is my favorite color. So whenever I'm about to buy something, the blue thing calls my attention. So that's me.
Amazing. And Sarah is also a hostess here, guys, every Monday at 7 and every Thursday at 5 in the business meeting. So you can meet her there too. And it's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning, Sarah. So today we are talking about censorship. So we're going to start talking about the meaning. So how would you guys explain censorship to someone who doesn't know what this is? Like, what is the definition of censorship? Let's discuss a little bit before uh, talking about it deeply. Let's start with you, Sarah. If someone asked you, oh, but what is the meaning of like censorship? How would you explain it?
Yeah, this is one of the things we know, but sometimes to explain, it's another thing. But I'd say maybe explaining to a kid, for example. Oh, when you know how sometimes you cannot eat dessert after before before lunch. That's censorship because we say someone cannot do something because of we have a reason, and sometimes it's not so easy to understand, because you can. When I think about censorship, I believe that we have some reasons that are reasonable, but others not so much. So I think that part would be a little tough to explain. But I'd say basically it's when you are not allowed to do something that you want or that you usually do, and you have a reason for that. good reason or bad reason, but there is a reason, behind
Yeah,
the forbidding something. Yeah.
definitely. Very good. Yes, I agree with you. I found here the definition in the dictionary so that we can have like a right one, but I couldn't agree more. I think that's what I think too. And let's hear from Rebecca now with you. Rebecca, what do you think?
um, I think today people are using this word to categorize a lot of things, and sometimes I think it's not the what really is going, what I see a lot of this in politics today, but I didn't take a lot of time to think about it yet.
I feel you. Me neither. That's the first time I'm really thinking about it, and that's why I brought this subject because I want to talk to you about it. So sometimes I see some subjects and I think, oh, I've never thought about it. Let's bring it to the immersion to see what other people are thinking about that. So I feel you, and I totally understand what you said. We've been seeing this word a lot, so I can't say anything I want, and it's really really complex, right? But I totally feel you, and I totally agree too. And it's going to be a good moment to start like thinking about it today, I think. And what about you, Rodrigo? What do you think? How would you explain censorship?
Um, I'm explain censorship um, like a manner of uh, cut the liberty of speak, of expression. Okay, but is nowadays the some people's uh, confundem one has a mistake about the censorship or liberty of speak with breaking laws or democratic state of rights. Okay, and the censorship is only if you don't can you do don't can uh, express your opinion, but this opinion is one opinion uh, in the uh, under the law.
Mm-hmm,
uh, okay,
mm-hmm,
it's the difference to me.
mm-hmm,
Censorship is on if you have an opinion in the under the law. Okay,
mm-hmm.
and the one entity like a government or a company or a religion break it or stop you to speak this opinion if this opinion is under the law. If this opinion is extrapola. If this opinion
Surprisingly.
is over of the law,
Mhm.
is not censorship. Okay.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's a good definition too. I was like I have just googled the meaning here, and it's nice because it says when there is a suppression or a prohibition of news, books, films, well, anything that is like considered obscene, or it's a threat to security of like someone, of a group, or if it's something politically unacceptable, just like you were saying, right? When it doesn't follow the laws or something like this. So that is the definition I share with you here. What Google told me about what censorship is. Well, I want to know from you, I will change the questions a little bit. What things should never be censored? What do you think should be, like, we should be able to say without, or to do without being censored? Let's start with you. Oh my God, it's difficult to choose someone because these questions are hard. But let's start with you, Rebecca. What do you think?
I think we can go without being respected by who we are until but I'll talk about what Rodrigo said. If we don't break laws, if we don't disrespect people, and I think we can be whatever we want and say whatever we want, but we can't disrespect people and break the law. If we don't hurt people and disrespect the law, I think we can do whatever we want. We should do whatever we want. I can think about only one thing I wish we could do or could say.
Yeah, I was thinking here, yeah, just like you were saying, if we don't harm any human rights or something like this, right? If you are not offending or like doing something to harm someone or to harm their rights somehow, I think this shouldn't be censored. But it's a tough question. I want to know from you, Sarah, what you think. Do you agree with Rebecca? How do you see it?
Oh my gosh, beats me. I'm here trying to make my point, but it is tough. But what I was thinking, it is that we need to have because I was thinking about what Rebecca said. We say that it's censorship, but sometimes it's just good sense, it's just being reasonable. But I don't know if I can think about one thing that should never be censored, because it depends on the context. For example, outfit. It is something that it's up to us, but I kind of get it why they have a dress code, especially in formal occasions or the church, for example. I see the point why they have that. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but just it makes sense to me. So I guess I don't know if we have this complete freedom. I think it is something totally relative in our lives, and you can, of course, do a lot of things, but you cannot do everything and say whatever comes to your mind. So maybe we are kind of censored in some ways, but it's not like I think there is a thin line, because it could be just being reasonable, and it could become something serious that is censorship. So we gotta pay attention to see when it's becoming abusive or something like this.
Yes, definitely. And it's really complex too, because the concept of freedom and of liberty, they are really similar too. I have already had a talk about it here, and it was a tough conversation to understand the limits, like just like you were saying, it is like there is a thin line between these two things. Like we can't do everything we want, because there are laws, right? That are things that like we just can't. So it's really difficult. Oh my God.
And you gave me this challenge, I covered this meeting for you. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna say?
That's true.
Yeah, because it
That's
is
true. You
very
are there.
similar.
Yeah. Very good. And you, Rodrigo, what do you think that shouldn't be censored?
I think I was thinking about limits of yours of our society. Okay, uh, I think the liberty is agreement by of the one people, one culture, and the concept of liberty uh, maybe can would be different in different cultures. Okay, uh, if we talk about our country, about Brazil, I think we need uh, create limits that that no don't hurt other people, that respect the human rights, that respect the laws, and this respect to the laws and the human rights n- need not a censorship, needed a rules to because one child, one kid, one children don't 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 is not correct to a child watch one movie of pornography or horror stories, and i- this limits that
Mm-hmm.
that limits is needed uh, be established by someone,
Mm-hmm.
in your case by the state. Okay, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
censorship, is one limit in our
Mm-hmm.
country, that we say a classification, a
Mm-hmm.
reclassification to the
Mm-hmm.
movies, by
Yeah.
example. But it's not censorship, it's one limit. Okay,
Yeah.
and but I am agree, and I'm agree, we need the limits, not the
Mhm.
censorship.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice what you said. And I totally agree with you because, for example, you were talking about the movies and the rate, right? If the movie will be available, or if like will be allowed for children and everything, there are impacts of like children watching these kind of movies, right? So we are talking about like limits and like things that were studied, and like the movie was like rated because of the impact the movies can have in children. So I totally feel you. So thank you so much for sharing. I couldn't agree more with you. There are so many good questions I want to ask you, but I will change to question number 9. Who do
Okay.
you think should decide, and who should choose what things are going to be censored? Agencies or the government? Like who should choose this? I think this is lighter than the other questions. So let's start with you, Sarah. I think it's
Okay.
lighter. I don't know. The questions are
Yeah,
hard today.
it's more, it comes to mind easier, I guess. But I'd say I don't know, maybe a partnership with between the government and the agencies, because as a regular person, I don't want to be responsible for that. Even though my life isn't affected by that, but it is a lot of work, and I don't have the information to decide. I can't just say, oh, this is good, this is bad. I have to study, I have to understand, like you said, for example, with movies for kids and all this type of stuff. So maybe the government, because they have access to our research about our population, about some characteristics we have as well. And the agencies, because they are interested in launching this type of thing, like promoting a movie or a book or some material like that. So I think a partnership makes sense to me.
It seems good. I liked it. I didn't think about it. I was thinking of the government, but I think it's nice to have this work like together, you know. And yeah, I think the government should give like the first step, you know, and like have the laws and everything, like things that shouldn't be like showed or like shouldn't be broadcasted or shared, and then the agencies are going to help in the process, you know, from my point of view. Thank you so much. It was an amazing answer. What do you think about it, Rebecca? Share with us.
I think a partnership is a good way to deal with it, but I don't know. I'm still thinking that the government should take care of this, because you know, only if the government prioritize the human rights. if we if we have this scenario, I think the government should take care of the things that should be censored and things that shouldn't be censored.
Yes, it's like to I forgot this word in English, but like regulamentar stuff, and then the agencies are just going to continue and they're just going to follow the laws and the regulations, you know. Because I feel that, for example, as you were saying, you know, if the government doesn't support or doesn't or if they are not like worried about uh, respecting human rights, the agencies are just going to follow them and things are going to be out of control, right? So it's really nice what you said. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Do you want to add something else, Rebecca?
I don't know. I think this is it.
Okay. Okay. Rodrigo, how do you see it? Who should be responsible for censoring stuff? Do you agree with the
Uh,
girl?
I'm down. I'm agreed that the responsibility of the regulamentation about these limits that we say uh, is a response of government and the agents, but to create these limits we need to hurt the people in councils and assemblies or because of the our society is ch- uh, change every day. Okay, uh, if we think about the rights of the people LGBTQIA plus, okay, in the 17th decade, okay, in the decade of 17 17 7 years, okay, is totally different about or or think it no or mind of today. The people don't can be uh, gay, homosexual in the decade of 70 without your rights violated by the government, by the agents, by the other people. Okay,
Mhm.
and it's a co-responsibility way, caminho de
Mhm.
corresponsabilidade. Okay.
I got it. I got it. Yeah. And I think it is important to hear society too and to hear their needs. I think it is important. Couldn't agree more with you. Yeah. Guys, that's good. A really good talk. We were talking about Rodrigo mentioned pornography and these stuff. Let's go back to question number 6, talking about nudity. Do you think it's necessary to censor nudity on TV and in movies? And why? I'll start with you, Rodrigo, because you haven't started yet, I think. So you're gonna be the first one since you mentioned it. What do you think? I'm not talking about like sex, but about like
Yes,
the
but
body.
nudity.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that no, we don't need se- it's not necessary censor the nudity because it's a natural body. Okay, every body has a body. The child, the old people, adults. It's okay. It's to me is David should will
Shouldn't?
shouldn't be normal without censor. It's okay, but sex is only other uh, way of thing. Okay, because the sex involve two people's rights of the people's rights of the education of the kids and maybe in no maybe nowadays is that's very difficult to control the this thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to see that parents nowadays are talking to their children more about sex education. That it's not like talking about sex, right? But when you tell your children other people can't touch their body, you are like teaching them about sex education, right? So it is important. I feel you like I agree it is important to see like nudity on movies, TV. Well, but it's a tough subject. Like it is important to like normalize bodies, right? Like normalize like different types of body formats, weight. But I totally agree with you that sex should be. I don't know if it should be censored, but I think the way it is like nowadays it's good. Like there is a movie rate, and they know what is going to be shown. I want to know from you, Rebecca, how do you see it?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of the things that I talk about is like the age rate of the films,
Right.
and how some parents or some responsibles, I don't know, don't mind about don't mind about the age rates of the films, because and then they're gonna say, oh, this film has, I don't know, people naked and people bleeding and stuff. But I think we should take a little more uh, time to uh, search about the movies you're gonna show, the cartoons you're gonna show to your kids. And I say that because I have nephews, and before I was going to watch anything with them, I would research about it, so I wouldn't show them things that they at the age they have they shouldn't watch. But I think naked bodies, it's okay, it's a normal thing when parents or whoever are responsible for the kids are talking to them about it. And I think educação sexual, esqueci. I forgot.
Sex education?
Sex education. And they are educating their kids about it, but only if them are really educating their kids about it.
Yes. Many things, many nice things you said about the like having the show or the soap opera or the things like we are watching, even them having a rate, right? It doesn't mean parents or the kids are going to follow them, right? I don't know how to. I don't understand anything. I am not a mother. I am not. So I don't know how to control it better, because I feel that at some point, like parents don't have the entire control over their children, and they can watch things like when they are not there, like when they are not close. So it is difficult,
It's difficult. There's something that my sister says about the parenting, is that you should not judge parents so easily. but it's hard. I think it's hard. When I was taking care of my nephews, I saw it's really hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is important not to judge. I think the only ones like who can really talk about are like the ones who are parents, because like even you being like an aunt, you're not like with your nephews all the time, like it's different, right? Yeah, very good. Sarah, what do you think about it? Thank you so much, Rebecca. I loved it. What do you think, Sarah?
I believe we are on the same page, I think similar. Just something that I don't appreciate so much is when we have the naked bodies, but for no reason, for no purpose at all. Especially the female bodies, they just show like this because we say like for free. I don't know how to say with no purpose whatsoever. So I think if you are exposing people like that, of course they agreed to be on the screen, but maybe you should have something about the story. So you should focus on the story, and sometimes it's just for entertainment or male entertainment, especially. So I don't like it so much, but I don't think it should be censored. I think it is just a matter of good taste and being reasonable as well.
Definitely, but it's interesting to see that we, for example, I saw another day a girl sharing. She was living in Germany, and there in the how can I say this, vestiários. I forgot this word. All the showers, they were like free, and like you could see everybody's bodies, and every time we think about it, it's weird, because we are not taught how to deal with other people's nudity when we are young, so it is like something culturally different, right? Because there they are like more used to see it and deal with like nudity in a different way. Mainly in Europe, they are more like used to see like naked bodies at beaches. So it is interesting to see how like culture influences it too, right? really, really crazy. Do you guys wanna add something? Can we move on to the next one?
That's okay. I have a curious fact about the control of kids. In your case, in my family, in the last weekend, my daughter and my nephew has in the grandmother's house, and my kids don't have cell phones or tablets, okay, because we don't buy to her. But my nephew has a tablet, and he's watch in the YouTube, because my brother-in-law has a issue to like a pacifier. The tablet is a pacifier, okay, to the
Yeah.
kids. And my nephew watched the movies in YouTube, and in one moment they watch with my daughter all her movie. My daughter immediately says to the grandmother, "Oh, grandma, I don't watch this movie because it's not for me. It's a different in my house, and I don't need to watch this movie. I think if we talk, my daughter has 5 years old, and if we talk with the kids about this movie is not for you, they have a very emotional or very um, exposed sense, and it's not good for you. You maybe had a nightmare after watch, and it's not for you. With it, tranquility, the kids they can understand the issue with that movie to
Yeah.
her, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easily. I don't say it's easily to everyone, but is a talking with the kids is the best way to
Definitely.
to the future of
Yeah,
her.
definitely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think like communication is key, right? I feel that like prohibiting is hard, when you don't explain, and maybe like sometimes it's not clear for the children the reason they can't watch, because there are impacts, as like you were saying, nightmares. Sometimes they like will be thinking about it the entire day, so it's hard because they are learning how to deal with their feelings too. So it is complex.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we can go to the last question. I will skip to question number 10 now. Thinking about education, do you think if we have like censorship, if there is censorship, can this reduce the chances of education for society if we are like censoring stuff? Can this affect education somehow?
I
Sarah,
think
I with
yes.
you now. Oh, sorry, Rodrigo. Do you want to say it? Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, I think yes, because if we can we don't talk about one subject, okay, we don't can learn about this subject. It's like sex, okay, sex education. If we don't talk about, we can talk about sex with the kids, okay. The kids lost the opportunity to learn about one sex education with health, okay, uh, uh, with health,
Yeah.
de maneira saudável, healthily,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Hopefully. Yeah, definitely. Very good. Don't know my answer, so I want to hear from you what you think. So let's go with you, Sarah. How do you see it?
Yeah, I agree with Rodrigo. I think we put some limits to education with censorship, And also I was thinking about history because we teach like a story from a point of view, but other perspectives are totally erased, So there is a kind of censorship because for example, we talk about the continents or about Africa, and we talk like they were poor, they were suffering all the time, but they are so much more, in these countries that we don't know about because of how we were taught in the past. So I think we put some barriers for education, and some of them are on purpose, some of them are not. So I think it is a complex matter.
It is, and it's nice what you said. I was watching actually a video yesterday about it. A guy asked a girl, "What are 5 countries in Africa?" And then she started like this, Africa, like what? It was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. So it is difficult, Yeah, I totally agree with you. I couldn't agree more. And yeah, and you said something nice, Sarah, that sometimes it's not on purpose, that we but at the same time I feel when we prioritize like teaching something and we don't teach something else, it is on purpose a little, I feel. Like it is difficult. Yeah, let's hear from you, Rebecca. How do you see it?
I think some things that are not teaching us is maybe it's because of censor. Like we are talking about a lot of about sex education in schools to kids. We heard about all the time and see in internet, but I think when we have the opportunity to discuss and hear about from the kids and teach to them all the pros and contras. I don't know how to
Cons.
yeah. I think it's important because when you don't talk about something, you leave it to them to discover about. And when we have grown up adults talking about, they know what they are talking about. They've learned researched about. They read about, and they know what to say about the things. And when you leave it the kids to learn, they will learn what happened to them, basically. I think like this. And about some things that are not prioritized, I think it's not about censorship. I don't know. I don't know if I can say that, but sometimes I think that it's not about censored things, but about preconceito. I don't know how.
Prejudice.
Yeah, it's more about preconceito. I think it's more about this than censored
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, like I totally agree with you. Yeah, I think that's it. It's not about censoring, it's about prioritizing it, like not wanting to bring these, right? This is not the priority. Yeah. Very good. And welcome back. Catherine is laughing. How was the conversation?
I'm always laughing is the problem.
That's true. It's just like me. Like when I first started here, everybody was like, "Oh, you were always laughing," and I'm like, "Oh, because I'm happy. I like being here." How was it for you?
was awesome. We got good points in the conversation. So I'm very grateful to this subject.
Yes, I'm glad you liked it. And yeah, here in the main room, we also had great points. You know, it was difficult, but I think we could we could do it. We nailed it. At least we finished. You know, now I can breathe calmly. Let's hear from someone else. Bruna, how was the talk for you?
Hi, Bruno. For me, it's very hard. The topic is difficult to conversation, and it's like walking on eggshells. Shells. Yes, because sometimes for me it's difficult to speak about your opinion, and I don't want to judge the opinion for the other, and it's difficult to.
Yeah.
And the vocabulary too for me is news too.
Yeah.
But I think it's this proposed the immersion to immersion the topic, you know.
Yes, definitely. I know it's hard. It was hard for me too. A lot of new words I didn't know, and I still want to search them and like look for them up in the dictionary. So it is always a good chance to bring new vocabulary and think of like different things, you know. Rebecca said like something like this. I've been seeing a lot of people like talking about it, but I think I've never had the chance to look at it. And it is like just like me, you know. I have seen like a lot of people like bringing this like subject these days, like mainly last year because of the elections. But this is the first time I'm literally like talking about that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I sent the link for the feedback, and I just want to check with Rebecca how her first experience was. How was it for you?
It was fun. I really like it because all the opportunities I had to speak in English was more like, oh, how are you? Tell me a little about you, and I never had the chance to really talk about a topic and discuss with people. Fugindo um pouquinho daquela conversa de sempre.
Entendo. So you are more than welcome to come whenever you want. I have immersions every Wednesday at 9 and Friday at 5 p.m. This week on Friday, we're going to talk about having children. So if you have children, or like Rebecca was saying, she has nephews, you are more than invited. Or even if you don't have children like me, I created the subject because I thought it would be interesting to talk about that. Like Pedro was nodding. Why, Pedro?
I'm too young.
I'm too young. Come on. So you are invited even if you don't have children, all right? Because it's about the subject in general. It was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. We have a lot of people today, and I'm so happy to have all of you here. So next week I will see you again. I still don't know the subject for the next week, so I won't say anything. But I'm sure it's going to be nice as usual. You guys are amazing, and I really hope you have a great day. Rebecca, please come more often, and the other guys too. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
So much.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bruna.